Radio. The Hubble telescope turns 25 years old today. It will not last much longer than another 10 years or so, but what has been the impact of the Hubble telescope? Alexandra Whitsey from Nature.com joins us. Good morning. Good morning, Alex.
Good morning.
So what is it? What did we get for all of the trouble and all of the money that Hubble telescope cost us?
Well, it has been a lot of trouble and a lot of money, it's true. But for that, what we've gotten is an absolute revolution of our understanding of the universe. So astronomers have used the Hubble telescope to learn all sorts of things they didn't know before. They discovered how old the universe is. They discovered that some weird force called dark energy is pushing the cosmos apart ever faster. Sounds a bit obscure, but that discovery was so important, it won the Nobel Prize a couple of years ago. Closer to home, Hubble has seen things like moons around the planet, or maybe not planet Pluto, discovered those not too long ago. It's able to look at the atmospheres of planets around other stars and other solar systems. It's hard to sort of even start with the list of things that Hubble has discovered. It's absolutely revolutionized our understanding of the cosmos.
The pictures we see and the screensavers we see, it's so bizarre. People don't even realize that they're actual pictures taken from the Hubble telescope.
It's true. The colors are intense, and the incredible, you can see these dark galaxies glimmering against the backdrop of space, or maybe these huge towering pillars of gas. Your kid maybe has a T-shirt with them, or a poster, or a postcard or something, and Hubble Images have become, sort of part of our everyday life. I've talked to the scientists who create those images, and they want to say, we're not making this stuff up. This is real data from space, from a telescope we built and launched. This is what our universe looks like.
Yeah. What happens now? Is it just going to lose energy and then sort of go dark?
What will happen now is something is eventually going to break on the spacecraft. So for most of its 25-year lifetime, astronauts have been flying up and servicing the Hubble Space Telescope and putting in new instruments and fixing it. But the last trip up there was in 2009, and they're not going to go up again because there are no more space shuttles. So something will happen. Maybe a battery will go. Maybe all the batteries will die. Maybe these things that help keep it pointed in space will start to go one by one. Maybe the instruments will break. They don't really know yet what's going to go first, but something will probably start to go in the early 2020s. And when it does, Hubble's going to sort of quietly peter out.
Will it fall back to Earth?
Eventually, yes. Probably not for another couple of decades, actually. But probably they'll guide it down into the Pacific Ocean like they do, for instance, with the old Russian space station Mir. They had to guide that into descent and let it disintegrate in the atmosphere so it didn't hurt anyone when it hit the Earth.
How many times did you guys have to go up there to fix stuff?
5.
And how tough was that?
The astronauts went up 5 times, yeah.
5 times.
Starting the first time. Yeah, you might remember the first rescue mission. In 1990, Hubble was launched with a mirror that was blurry. So the images that came down weren't right. And in 1993, the very first rescue mission, the astronauts went up, fixed the optics, and Hubble became, instead of a disaster, it became a scientific success.
The Hubble telescope is named after a scientist from the University of Chicago, correct? Or Colorado, right?
So Edwin Hubble was known primarily in California. He's the guy who discovered that the universe was expanding. So the Hubble Space Telescope is named after him.
Is he still around to see this?
He is not, unfortunately. I'm sure he would absolutely love the discoveries that have been made in his name.
Yeah. Last question for you. So all these scientists talk about that the pictures are from, we've seen the edge of the universe. And it's such an extraordinary thing to say that we've seen pictures that approach the edge of the universe. My question is, what's on the other side of the edge of the universe?
There isn't another side to the edge of the universe. I mean, there's really nothing beyond it. It's a really philosophical, mind-bending question, and it's hard to think about. But there is nothing on the other side. We are on this side, and there's nothing beyond it. So
even though our universe is filled with massive amounts of nothing, there's nothing on the other side of it.
You could think of it like that. Yes, that's a great way to think about it.
Yeah, that's why.
That's deep.
We need to go to Colorado and think about that for a while. Alexandra Whitsey with Nature.com. I'm sure there's more about that on Nature.com. Thanks for checking in.
Thank you for having me.
You got it. Alexandra Witsy from Nature.com, right? The edge of the universe.
It's just amazing.
We
to
have
me.
HD pictures from the edge of the universe,
know.
and people are like, pass the peanuts.
I know.
What else is going on? What the Cardinals do last night?
Yeah, let's
7:50.
play a video game.